You're listening to Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM 89.0. Your host, Grady Hooker. We'll start off with this day in history. Back in 1993, there was a WWF Raw. The Steiner brothers made their first appearance on Raw as the tag team champs, and Razor Ramon and the 1-2-3 Kid fought to a double countout. In 1999, there was a WCW show where DDP and Bam Bam Bigelow fought Conan and Rey Mysterio to a no contest. And on the same day, over on Raw, Triple H and The Undertaker fought, and The Undertaker won by DQ to retain his WWF Championship. Pay-per-view that happened, TNA Slammiversary. The main event was a King of the Mountain match. TNA World Championship was on the line. Kurt Angle defeated Mick Foley, Jeff Jarrett, AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe. Just as Samoa Joe was about to hang the belt, he handed it to Angle, allowing him to win the match and the title. This controversy was cleared up the next night, though, where Samoa Joe joined the main event Mafia, and Kurt Angle revealed he was the leader. 2010, we got a Raw. Vince ended up firing Bret Hart and bringing in the new anonymous GM who'd give his instructions via computer, and as we learnt a little while ago, that was actually Hornswoggle. The Nexus also continued to wreak havoc, and this time they ended up beating up Vince McMahon. Just last year, Austin Aries was on TNA, and he brought in Option C, where he'd trade in the X Division title for a TNA World title shot at Destination X, under the condition that would happen every year. Okay, well now I'll play our classic entrance theme of the week. It's Eddie Guerrero's I Lie, I Cheat, I Steal. That was Eddie Guerrero's theme, I Lie, I Cheat, I Steal. Okay, so now you're back with Wrestling Roundup, FreeFM 89.0, and live via Skype now I got Josh.
Bonjour.
And we're going to talk about WWE Payback. Did you manage to catch the pre-show?
Yes, I did. I felt that it was a really, really good match between Emerson and Sandow.
Yeah.
They got an unusually long amount of time for a pre-show match. Got about 12 minutes.
It's almost half of the pre-show.
Twice as long. Yeah, it's almost twice as long as the Intercontinental Championship match between Miz and Barrett at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But these two really brought it.
Okay.
And I feel Sandow's going to be a lot stronger going forward coming out of it than he was going into the match.
Okay. Well, talking about Miz and Barrett, the opening match was the triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship between Wade Barrett, The Miz, and Curtis Axel.
This was a good triple threat match. I especially loved the ending.
Yeah.
Something I don't think I've actually ever seen before, somebody pinning somebody while they've got the figure four locked on somebody.
No, it was definitely unique.
But I am absolutely ecstatic that Curtis Axel is the new Intercontinental Champion. He won it 23 years after his father won his first Intercontinental Championship on Father's Day.
Yeah, it clearly meant a lot to him.
Yep, I'm glad this kid is getting his just desserts.
Yep. And straight after that match, there was a promo for Mark Henry returning on Raw.
I'm interested in seeing where they're going to go with him.
Yeah.
Because there's been a rumor that he might be retiring.
From those cryptic tweets of his.
Yeah. So I don't really know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't retire because he is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I was absolutely ecstatic when he got that world title run because he deserved it.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the older guys in the company as well.
If there's anybody who paid their dues, it was Mark Henry.
Yeah. So straight after that, Curtis Axel runs into Triple H.
More friction between Vince McMahon and Triple H.
Yeah, it's quite noticeable.
Something's coming to a head, probably at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Just seems like it's one of those things where it's set up to show distrust and dysfunction among the McMahon family, and it's going to be a drawn out thing to try to get ratings.
When is there never dysfunction between the McMahon family?
Good point. I think it was 20 when Vince and Shane faced off at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact number, but I remember that match.
Okay, well...
Mostly just because of the coast-to-coast dive that Shane did.
Yeah, you got to always remember those massive dives. Okay, well, the next match was the Divas Championship match. Caitlyn took on AJ Lee.
I wasn't sure which way to go with this match when I was predicting it, because I could see both ways very easily.
Yeah.
I could see Caitlyn retaining through some odd circumstance, maybe involving Big E, but I could also see AJ winning the title as well.
Yeah, it was.
So it was an interesting Divas match.
It was a bit longer than.
And somehow AJ managed to withstand a spear and then got her submission move on.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how that works, considering no diva prior to that had ever gotten up to us from a spear. Now AJ's the Divas champion.
Yeah, it's always great to see AJ with gold around her waist.
Yeah, that was good. It's been a big year for AJ since the last year.
Yeah.
So, and it's nice to see her get the Divas Championship as really the most recognizable diva right now.
Yeah.
In the company. So
anybody who hasn't been paying attention to the Divas division will be wondering who these three random people are that are hugging Caitlyn while she's crying.
Layla. Oh, I miss her wrestling.
Yeah. Okay, well, again, another championship match, this time for the US Championship. Dean Ambrose took on Kane.
At this point, I have to wonder, is this actually Payback or Night of Champions?
Yeah.
Dean and Kane put on a pretty good show, as to be expected. Kane's a future Hall of Famer. Dean Ambrose is part of the future.
Yeah.
Of the company. And I enjoy the end of the match, the DDT on the outside.
Yeah.
Which allowed for Kane to be counted out. But that was an interesting way to finish the match.
Yeah, it was also funny to see Ambrose attempt the old school.
Who knows? We might see The Undertaker back in WWE sooner than we actually expect.
Yeah, it was, he had a great match with, I think it was Dean, back on SmackDown.
Yeah, it was with Dean on SmackDown right after WrestleMania.
Yeah, so maybe you'll be coming back to continue that.
Oh, I would definitely be interested. I would hope that I would actually want a one-on-one match.
Yeah.
Another one between Dean and The Undertaker, this time for the United States Championship.
Okay.
Kind of put a little more prestige on Dean and his championship.
Yep. Okay, well, up next was a promo that literally got the crowd going. Rob Van Dam is returning at Money in the Bank.
And this is me rolling my eyes because I don't care.
See, I care.
And you're welcome to that opinion, but I'm not of that opinion.
Are you in the he's too old camp?
It's just, it never interested me.
Okay.
It's just incompatible with me.
Okay, well, I just like the dude from what I'd seen on Raw. He's great, he does the high flying, and to me he appeals, but hey, everybody has their own opinion.
Yeah, I just always looked at other people in a high-flying department when it came to Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
There was always somebody that was just as good or better.
Okay, well, ignoring your hatred of him, what capacity do you think he's going to return in at Money in the Bank? Money in the Bank
competitor, probably the WWE Championship one.
Good guy or bad guy?
I would figure that he's returning with the sole purpose of trying to elevate that match and to give it a little bit of an edge of unpredictability.
Yeah. Okay, well, straight after that we had the World Heavyweight Championship match, probably the more intriguing match. Dolph Ziggler took on Alberto Del Rio.
Yes, this was intriguing. I'm not sure what to think about this match at the end.
No.
It almost seems like this is a flashback of WrestleMania 13. A submissions match between Steve Austin and Bret Hart.
Okay.
In that match, the two individuals in that match switched places in their crowd alignments.
Yeah.
Bret went from being the hero to being a villain, and vice versa for Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Ushering in the Austin era.
Yeah. The crowd were definitely cheering a lot for Ziggler, and Alberto wasn't showing much remorse with a lot of those headshots.
Which leads me to believe that they pulled the same thing.
Yeah.
Alberto Del Rio is back to being his arrogant villain, rich guy.
Aristocrat.
Yeah, aristocrat mode.
Yeah. That was definitely my belief after what Alberto said before he walked out.
I didn't quite understand it, but it's awesome to see if they do pull that off, because that is such a rare event.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll pass on through now to our current entrance theme of the week. Speaking of Alberto Del Rio, it's the New World Heavyweight Champions theme. Realiza. It's the New World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio's entrance theme song. So we'll start back on Payback where we left off with the CM Punk Chris Jericho match.
Match of the night.
Yep.
But we all knew that going in.
Crowd reaction of the night as well.
From Alberto Del Rio. We all knew this was going to be the match of the night if CM Punk showed up.
Yeah. There was a lot of controversy about what could happen with the match.
And you knew there'd be no way, with it being in Chicago, that CM Punk would be vilified.
No.
There was absolutely no way he'd be a villain in his hometown. But then again, that's pretty much the case for almost any superstar, unless your name is John Cena.
Yeah, unless you're John Cena. Yeah, it was a great match. CM Punk, crowd reaction of the night. GTS at the end. Just a great match.
Basically a double GTS.
Yeah.
But it was a fantastic match. Jericho and Punk should be commended because they put on one heck of a show that was impossible to top.
Yeah. And after the match, Punk having words with Heyman. Heyman didn't look too happy.
Friction's building. These two are about to go their separate ways.
Where is there not friction in the WWE right now?
Good point.
It's like sandpaper and sandpaper.
Yeah. See, Punk and Heyman are about to go their separate ways. This could mean another Heyman Climate.
True.
Is on his way back.
Maybe.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
He's got Axel. Punk's probably leaving him, and then Brock Lesnar sitting away.
Yeah, let's see here. I would actually be very interested in a CM Punk Brock Lesnar match.
Yeah, I think it's been rumored for a while. Okay, well, the Tag Team Championships was on the line next. The Shield defending it against the oddly matched team of Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan.
Team RK, no. As some dubbed.
Yeah.
Team L No was better.
Yeah.
Named. At least for the team. Again, another nice match. Of course, when you have Daniel Bryan in a match, it's not going to be bad.
Yeah.
No matter what. I think he could make the Great Khali look good.
Ooh.
In a match.
That's a big call, big call.
I don't see why he couldn't. I mean, he made Ryback look like $1 million.
Yeah. Bit generic of a finish to the match, though, just with the big finisher fest.
Finisher Palooza.
Yeah. And then Bryan being the weak link of the team.
Once again, Bryan takes the loss on a tag team title match. Oh.
And Orton walks off. Again, more friction.
Yeah, it's just... I'm not sure where they're going with this story, but I am very interested in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to see what reward Daniel Bryan gets for all of his awesomeness that he's had the last month or so.
Yeah. Yeah, anything could be in store for this group of people.
Yep. It just... my fandom is peaking for Daniel Bryan right now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the main event of the night after that was the 3 Stages of Hell match for the WWE Championship between John Cena and Ryback.
This did not go the way I figured it would.
No, quite surprising.
Yeah, I was shocked that stage 1, the lumberjack match, went to Ryback.
They did
not John Cena.
They did say at the start, though, that John Cena's never pinned Ryback.
Yeah.
So this continues that on.
And obviously, once Ryback won stage 1, stage 2 had to go to John Cena.
Yeah.
He had to win the tables match to get to the ambulance match.
Yeah. Just jumping back to the lumberjack match, just a special mention. My keen eyes saw a few wrestlers we haven't seen in a while, like Alex Riley, Ted DiBiase, and JTG.
Proving that they still do have a job with the company.
Yeah. Don't know where they've been.
No matter how small of a role they might actually have.
Yeah. They were in the main event of a pay-per-view. Okay, so yeah, back to the tables match. Cena ended up reversing the shell shock into an AA through the table.
Yeah, that was a neat little transition. Kind of reminded me of when Cena and Orton had a tables match a couple of years back.
Yeah.
In which Cena had Orton up for the AA, but as he performed the maneuver, Orton transitioned it into an RKO and sending Cena through the table.
Yeah. I think technically the Steel Steps lost the match about 3 times before this. But yeah, definitely very flimsy tables. Yeah, the final fall, the ambulance match, definitely my favorite finish to a fall.
Yeah, I've never seen this before. This is out of Over the Limit 2010, Batista Cena.
Yeah.
In the I Quit match. When Cena sent Batista through the stage.
Yeah.
After getting him to quit.
Yeah.
But to send him through the top of an ambulance. My word.
Yeah, I definitely did not see that happening.
I mean, the sheer force that it would take to do something like that is incredible.
Yeah.
And it does make you wonder what kind of shape Ryback is in now.
Yeah. I feel sorry for the ambulance insurance policy.
But I'm definitely, that's the end of that feud.
Yeah.
They can't go any further with that because that pretty much put a staple on it.
Yeah.
Cena sending him through the top of an ambulance.
I don't know if we'll be seeing Ryback for a couple of weeks.
Probably not. But I wonder what can they do with him? They built him so far up, but never let him have the brass ring.
Yeah. Probably shuffle him down.
At this point, what makes sense for Ryback?
They'll probably shuffle him down to like a Big Show Sheamus type role where you've got those big man fights, but they're not exactly the main event.
Yeah, but it seems like such a waste when you consider everything he went through trying to get the WWE Championship against Punk and now Cena.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
And nothing. No reward whatsoever.
Yeah. Pretty sure even Goldberg got the World Heavyweight title.
Goldberg went 176-0.
Yeah. Ryback went about 20.
They had counted it up. I think at one point he had 54, 55 wins before he started dealing with Punk.
Yeah.
But there was a problem. They had overlooked a match in January of last year.
Oh, the house show?
In which he had lost the match at a house show to Alex Riley.
Alex Riley. The first man to defeat Ryback. This guy needs to be in our WWE Championship match right now.
But, I mean, it's just... I don't know what they're going to do with him. I don't know what they can do with him going forward.
Yeah.
About the only thing that would make a slight sense is to give him one of the briefcases.
But then he doesn't seem like he's built for a ladder match.
Neither was the Big Show.
True, but the Big Show's was more of an ironic win.
Yeah, he had the special ladder.
Yeah, special.
I'm still waiting for the special table. Because he's had the special chair and the special ladder.
Yeah.
Made just for him. Where's the super-sized table?
Yeah. Okay, so, well, looking forward to Money in the Bank. What other matches do you think might happen?
Well, we'll have a WWE Championship match.
Yeah.
Probably a rematch of the World Heavyweight Championship match.
Yeah, with the switched crowd alignment.
Obviously, we'll have 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches. One for the world title, one for the WWE Championship.
Yep.
I figure the Shield probably defend their tag titles.
Yeah.
I don't know against who, maybe the Usos.
Yeah, hopefully a new tag team coming up, like Primetime Players or the Usos or Tons of Funk, Team Rhodes Scholars, 3MB even.
Yeah. I don't really know, but they need to move away from Team Hell No.
Definitely.
They need to now.
Yep.
Dean Ambrose probably will defend the Intercontinental Championship or
US.
United States Championship. I saw an error on a results site that just stuck that in my head.
Okay. Curtis Axel will probably defend his new title.
Maybe. But I can also see him against CM Punk.
Yeah, but if Punk's leaving and they do bring back Brock, then isn't that going to be pushed forward rather than the Axel Punk?
They won't be doing that at Money in the Bank.
True, it's not really big enough.
With Brock Lesnar, it would be a big-time pay-per-view match. So it can only happen at SummerSlam.
True.
Or WrestleMania.
Do you think...
So I figure that there's got to be some sort of bridge. Why not the Intercontinental Champion?
Works, yeah. Do you think we'll see guys like Big Show, R-Truth, Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, and Sheamus just shoved into the Money in the Bank matches?
Wouldn't surprise me. I would definitely see... I'm pretty sure that we'll see Team Rhodes Scholars in one of the main Money in the Bank matches.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll see Sheamus, who I don't think has been in one yet.
I don't think he has been, no.
I think Daniel Bryan will be in one. I'm hoping the WWE Championship one.
Depends, though, if he's going to be in one or if he's still going to be dealing with the Shield Team Hell No fallout.
Yeah, that's the big question.
Or they could just turn everything on its head and put the Shield in a Money in the Bank match.
That's what I was fixing to suggest. Is that maybe you just put all 3 of them in one match and see what happens.
Yeah, it would definitely be fun to see the fallout from. And I don't see them winning it, so it would be good to see who would rise up above them.
Well, there's a ladder could be a equalizer even against 3-on-1.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's enough of Money in the Bank, and for the birthdays this week, the first one is Chuck Palumbo. He's a former WWE and WCW wrestler, and he's turning 42.
And up next is Bam Neely, former WWE superstar on WWE ECW. He turned 37 this week.
Coco Beware, he's in the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2009, and he turns 55.
Brad Armstrong, a member of the famous Armstrong wrestling family, wrestled in WCW and WWE, passed away in 2012 and would have been 52 this year.
The Sandman, he's an ECW original. He's wrestled in ECW, TNA, and WWE. He turns 50.
And the Ultimate Warrior, the first person in WWE history to both hold the WWE Championship and the Intercontinental Championship, legally had his name changed to Warrior. He turns 54 this week.
You spoke to me!
No, I didn't.
You spoke to me!
No, we didn't.
All of you spoke to me!
No, we didn't.
I only know that the Ultimate Warrior is totally out of control.
Yes, you are.
Okay, well that's it for this week's Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM 89.0. You've been listening to Grady, Hooker and Josh. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/Wrestling Roundup Radio, or our Twitter page, twitter.com/Wrestling R Radio. That's been it for this week. I'll see you next week.